What up, gang? All right, here is semen retention explained after 9 months of doing this. I'm gonna explain what this journey has been like for me. I'm gonna do my best to keep this like 8 minutes. So we're gonna jump into this thing. Hang with me, this is gonna be good. Just going off the top of the dome here. My 9-month journey thus far, because I'm about to hit 270 days, if I break this down into the phases, it's like the first month or two was all about the physical benefits and really feeling those physical benefits. And why was that the case? Because guys, I spent a long time being energetically depleted. So when you finally start to store up this energy, hold this sexual energy in, it's kind of the equivalent to running on empty in your car and then going and starting to fill the tank up to a little bit, to a quarter of a tank, whatever. You notice the difference immediately. Your car, your engine notices the difference. You start to get more energy, you start to get more confident, right? I was starting to flirt way more intentionally with women when I would go places, and like, it didn't even necessarily matter if I like wanted them or not. It's like, it's fun. Like, oh my gosh, I'm back. I'm feeling good again. I'm feeling youthful again. I'm starting to, yeah, I'm feeling like myself again. And then I started to aim that at working out in the gym and everything, and I wouldn't miss a day. I would go every day, and just like my PRs went up, I could go longer, like the workouts got easier and easier and easier. I'm like, holy crap, what is this? And then probably after the first month is when I started to get the periods of flat times, and like, what the literal hell is this? Did I break it? Did I break semen retention? I don't know what this shit is, but this sucks. And I started to get kind of depressed, like all these emotions coming up, and I started to not enjoy the things that I used to enjoy doing. I was just like, it was almost like, guys, like a detox period, like a dopamine detox period. And this is what I've learned. It's like, you are going to hit these periods, guys, because you spent so long training your mind, your body to crave lust and dopamine based on lust, that when you take it away, you're like a crack addict that just lost his spoon. Somebody stole your spoon. Like the frick. You know, you got your drugs taken away. You're like, okay, something. You're like, I need a hit. Yeah, but you can't get a hit, and your body is gonna say, oh, I want a hit. And you're gonna have to basically, you know, what Dr. Joe calls it is the slave, the servant becomes the master. The body becomes the master over the mind. You're basically flipping it back, and you're saying, no, my mind is the master over the body, which is the servant, but it's gonna push back and try to take that back for a while. And you're gonna feel that in these flatline periods as your body starts to adjust and you start to get some of these more benefits. But what I've realized has happened, it's like this, guys. You hold your nuts, energy goes up, awesome, hurrah, I feel like a king, I'm awesome, I'm him. Enjoy that for a while, whatever. Your energy drops a little bit, but you're still on your SR streak, and you're like, what the frick is happening? I'll tell you what's happening. Your body's, in my perspective, finally saying, hooray, we have enough energy. Finally, this dipshit held on to energy enough. Now we've got some work to do. We've got to clean house. We've got to get some shit done. It's kind of like how when you dry fast and then you go to bed or whatever and you're fasting, your body's like, hooray, the idiot is asleep. Let's finally clean up some of this junk that he hasn't been taking care of. It's that for me, that it's that same analogy, like, you finally have enough energy to start to take care of business. And it's kind of shitty because the body's like, oh, we got enough energy. We can finally get through this first layer of the onion, this crap. We can process and work through this. And the emotions and the traumas and the physical things and all that stuff. And that's why you hit this flatline period. And during that flatline period, yeah, it's shitty. But I've come to learn this is where you get all of the benefits. This is where the good stuff happens. It's not when you're feeling good. The good stuff happens, ironically, in the worst feeling parts of semen retention, because that is where the rewiring, the reprogramming, the repair, the growth ultimately is happening. And then you get through that, and then you slowly start to add more energy. This is awesome, feeling really good again, right? You start to get the new glow up, all that, and then you hit it again. it's kind of like this roller coaster over and over, but you never go back down to the same spot. It's always just like a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, new baseline, a little higher, new baseline. Then you're gonna realize, well, what I realized from my experience is, okay, then you go a few more months, you know, then you hit 90 days. Oh yeah, that was my first big goal. It's like, okay, we hit 90 days on this shit. And you keep working your way in that. And that is when, guys, something peculiar started to happen for me, and this journey started to become internal. Started to become internal, and the flat lines were less physical, and they started becoming more emotional. And when I got in over like 100 days, and then started learning from other guys like Bogdan, realizing like, holy shit, I think my urges and all these like emotional patterns and things are kicking up and getting more difficult around the moon patterns, which is wild. You can look into that if you want, but him and I are talking a lot about that. It makes a lot of sense. But what happens, guys, is the changes, the benefits, there comes a point where the benefits stop becoming physical and they start becoming internal and spiritual and energetic, but very, very internal. And this is why most men will quit, because they're like, oh, I don't get the benefits anymore. No, it's not that. It's that you were so depleted before, and now you finally filled up your tank, and you get your tank up to 3/4 or 100%, and you're gonna feel like a king. But now you don't get that high, that dopamine hit of like the feeling of an empty tank, and you've been running this engine dry, getting gas and feeling like, oh, thank God we got energy again, right? You don't get that because now you're used to a full tank, right? It's one thing that I like to share is like, okay, it's like when I bought my Tesla 9 months ago or whatever. For the first 6 months, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get my Tesla. It feels like a spaceship. Now I just get in it. It's so much fun still. I freaking love it. It still has all the same benefits. It just doesn't feel as exciting. All the same benefits are there, but I have become accustomed to having the Tesla, to that experience now. So it loses a little bit of that excitement, right? It goes for any new thing that you purchase. It's that excitement wears off, but you still have the thing, you still have the experience. Same thing with semen retention. So the longer you go on this, suddenly you're like, oh, I don't notice the benefits anymore. I feel like I still have the benefits, the testosterone, the glow, the increases, the energy, the focus, like all of that stuff cleared out all the brain fog. I think clear. You still have all those benefits. By the way, the mental clarity was one of my favorites that really hit a couple months in. But then you realize, oh, wait, no, I'm changing internally now. I'm going through a lot internally. Emotions are coming up. Things of the past are coming up. Those flat lines get very emotional. You start working through all of that. And you feel this internal pressure and all this stuff going on. And then as it went further along, 150 days or whatever, I started to realize, like, dude, this is odd, but I feel like my words carry more weight. My presence carries more weight, I shared a story about how I prayed my neighbors out of the apartment. And it's like, your signal, guys, gets clearer. Your signal to God, to your creator, the universe, whatever you want to say it, your signal gets clearer and stronger as you start to walk more in alignment with the principles of creation, respecting this energy and storing this energy, and suddenly you walk with more confidence. You start to want to take more risks on yourself, and you show up better. And even my team started to notice it. Like, they don't all know what I'm doing, but my business partner does. But they were noticing some changes, like the way that I showed up, and like just some of the things that they were shocked by it. And I was just like, what? Like, just showing up with a very strong masculine presence, like a defense, wanting to defend and provide and whatever. It's like that is that next phase. And in that phase, guys, I really started to see women reacting and just mirroring more back to me in odd ways, and the eye contact is really starting to kick up, because man, probably over 90 days, I really started to notice my eyes getting very white and pure. And guys, around that mark, I started to really feel like a kid again. And this is one of my favorite parts. It awakens this kid energy, this boy energy of like, oh, the world's kind of cool. I'm excited. I'm dreaming again. I'm going outside. I'm like touching trees and hugging nature. I'm looking at the sky. I'm like enjoying things a little bit more. Like not so just always focused about what I need to be doing, and like being able to stop and be like, oh man, this is pretty cool. A lot of energetic things happening and spiritual changes. And what's been happening recently, guys, again, I'm close to 270 days here now, 9 months in a couple days or something like that. But now it feels like it's becoming very spiritual, guys. And I'm looking at life differently. It is literally like waking up in the Matrix, guys, and realizing everything, this personality that you built, this version of you that you built, these goals, these desires, these ambitions that you wanted to accomplish. It's like, well, why? What's the why behind it? What's the true meaning of this? Waking up in the Matrix is like, it's a little bit of a bummer, because you realize the things that you're after, they're not fulfilling, and they're not going to fulfill you, even though they're cool and they're great and it's fun, and it's like, yes, that's awesome, but like there's more. And it really starts to cause you to go internal and really start to work through this stuff. And by the way, if you have a loved one pass on, like my mom passed on about a year ago in July 8th, it changes your whole perspective. And that in combination with this, guys, it's like, no, there's more to this than just this life, obviously. And I've known that, right? And I was born and raised in Christianity, and like I was raised around all this, but I'm telling you, it is different when you start to really clear through a lot of this internal stuff, and you hold this amount of energy. Semen retention becomes a spiritual act, and then pretty soon you're like, oh my gosh, like things are changing, things are becoming different. I don't know how else to say it. Life is becoming different. Guy walking into his truck is distracting me. This is what I get for sitting on a curb here, just talking. I always got neighbors running past. So as I hit 9 months here, just more and more about life is making sense to me. And hopefully, you guys, this doesn't come off as the opposite of what I'm intending. I want this to be like something that is helpful for you guys who are on your journey to like know what to expect the longer you go into your semen retention streak, and not to be like, hey, don't go on too long of a streak, because you start to wake up from the Matrix and you start to see everything like it really is, and life kind of isn't as fun. It's like, no, life is still fun, but I'm just more aware that like the reason I'm doing this stuff, like, cool, I'm doing this thing, but there's more, and I feel like I'm missing out on more, that deeper level. And listen, like, we can get into God, we can get into religion, we can get into Jesus, we can get into all this stuff, but there is a knowingness of like, you guys, you can be in a religion, you can call yourself by whatever religion you want, but I'm telling you, something happens when you get on a long freaking streak of semen retention. It gets so much more real, it gets so much more impactful, and you feel so much more connected, and you start to awaken to, it's like, okay, why am I actually here? Because I feel like I'm, like, for example, too, guys, probably over that 100-day mark or whatever, once I really started to feel my energy getting higher, guys, my dreams they're they're so vivid and so real. It's like I'm living another life more real than this one. And it's like, I know I'm tapping into something, and like there is another life there. And it's almost like this mind fuckery where like, no, I think I'm actually awake when I'm sleeping, and I think I'm asleep right now in this dream while I think that I'm awake. And this is the type of stuff that you start to sit with and go more in depth with. So there you have it. I mean, that's a quick summary of my 9 months up to this point, guys. And by the way, in the last month and a half, I've started adding acupuncture to my journey because I realized I still had emotional internal blocks, physical energetic blocks. And like, I might as well clear out these meridian systems, these energetic pathways, as I'm storing up all of this energy. Wouldn't it make sense to clear those things up so that I can move this energy throughout my body? And ever since I've done that, I haven't had any more out-of-body experiences, because I was getting a ton of those happening from sleep paralysis and all this stuff, and that's all gone away now, which is really interesting. So I'm doing that, and guys, that is helping significantly with the emotions and clearing blocks and a lot of like physical stuff. So look into that if you want. But there you have it, guys. That's a very quick off the top, off the dome summary overview of what my 9 months on semen retention have been like. If you enjoyed this, go scroll back through some of the other videos. I've been documenting my journey with daily videos, and yeah, like I've got some more. It's like, hey, here's the 10 benefits I've been experiencing after 250 days, or like, you can go look at all those videos. They should be pretty helpful for you. But I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you want to follow along, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, love, abundance to you all.